guys. We are now on 10.3. Yesterday we talked about multiplying fractions, and today we're talking about multiplying those fractions by whole numbers. So let's take a look. First thing we need to know is that a whole number needs to become a fraction. What? But how, you may ask? I wonder. Well, all we do to make a whole number become a fraction is we add a 1 below it. Then it becomes a fraction. So if you take a look at the first example I gave you the whole number 6. Well, I wanted to make 6 a fraction, so all I did was I placed a 1 underneath it. And that is how the whole number became a fraction. It's that easy. It could be any whole number. It could be 22,135. It could be this number that I gave, 167,492. And any whole number, if you need to change it to a fraction, you just place a 1 underneath it. So, now that we know how to do that, here are some steps that we need to know when we are multiplying fractions with a whole number. So the first step is we first and foremost need to change the whole number to a fraction by placing a 1 underneath it, just like the examples I showed you before this slide. Next, to help us stay on track, we need to rewrite the problem to where both numbers are fractions. So if I have 6 times 3/5, I'm going to change my 6 to a 6/1 and then times 3/5. So I'm changing both fractions, making sure they both line up with each other. Next, our third step is we're just going to multiply our numerators straight across and we're going to get our answer. The fourth step, then we are going to multiply the denominator straight across and get our answer. When we do that, we'll get a final answer, but we have to remember on our step 5 that we have to simplify or reduce if needed. This also includes that if our answer is an improper fraction, that means if a numerator or the number on top is much bigger than the bottom number, we have to change that to a mixed number by dividing. Okay, so that's number 5 is such an important step, guys, and some of you guys have been missing it, and I really want you guys to start simplifying and reducing and changing those improper fractions to mixed numbers. I know you guys can do it. Okay, so here's an example I made for you. So say I have 5 times 3/2. So my first step was I changed my whole number to a fraction by placing the 1 underneath it. Then I rewrote my whole problem. So my new problem is 5/1 times 3/2. Now I multiplied my numerator straight across. I highlighted it blue for you so you can see. And then I multiplied my denominator straight across, and I highlighted that as well so you could see. And then my final answer was 15/2. But like my step number 5 that I had talked about, that is an improper fraction, and I need to simplify it. So I have to divide to make it a mixed number. So I simplified. 15 divided by 2, remember my numerator becomes my dividend. I know 2 can go into 15 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. 15 minus 14 is 1. That 1, the remainder becomes our new numerator. And our denominator stays the same. So my final answer is 7.5. It's just like multiplying fractions that we did yesterday straight across. And just like changing those improper fractions to mixed numbers, okay? I think you got this. If you guys need help or reinsurance, don't forget you can message me on Edmodo, you can Zoom me, or if you need any other help, make sure you contact me or email me. Okay, guys, you got this. I believe in you. Make sure you check Edmodo for your assignments. All right, bye.